Welcome back to Bloom. Over the last year, many people have had more time to focus on creative outlets, including writing a book. Joining us now is Michael Butler, who is the CEO, who focuses on helping authors get their books published with an emphasis on female authors over 40. Welcome to Bloom, Michael.
Thanks, Gail. It's good to be here.
I think this is so fascinating. So many people want to write a book, and I want to get to the how to, but tell us a little bit more about your role.
Well, you know, a lot of people thought the internet killed publishing, but quite the opposite is true. Readership is up globally. In fact, knowledge is doubling in many industries like nanotechnology now every month. So if you've ever wanted to write a book, now is the time more than ever.
That is great to hear. And a lot of people do want to write books, but they get scared. They start, then they stop. That's where you come in. So tell me how you help people get past that threshold.
Well, the beautiful thing is 85% of Americans want to write a book, just like running a marathon. A lot of people have it on their bucket list, but actually never do it. But you know what? Readership and consumption of fiction books is 60 to 70% of the global book reading. And so a lot of times we'll have an author come to us, and we've published thousands of books over the years. They'll come to us wanting to publish their memoirs or their self-help book. But what we advise on is why not look at this as a fiction book? I'll give you an example. You know, Afghanistan's in the news a lot. So we actually have an immigrant entrepreneur from Afghanistan. She's female, and she wanted to write her book. She had done some pretty cool stuff, and she was going to do her memoirs. And don't get me wrong, it's cathartic, and it is cheaper than therapy, right? That's what we tell people, and a lot of authors say, here it is, it's 1,000 pages, and it's my memoirs. We say, let's talk about a fiction book for the world. And so what we did for her is we actually did a fiction book with colored illustrations called The Hatchling, about a turtle that had lost its way. And now she's able to get on stages and speak about anything. She's gone on to not only speak everywhere, but start a nutraceutical functional health beverage company, and it's just put her out there with the book. So that's how that worked for her.
And you say this is the perfect time to buckle down and write that book.
You know, it is. The Publishing Institute says there's no better way than writing a book, because writing and publishing a book can increase the referral rewards to a CEO, an entrepreneur, a startup female 319%.
Wow, that is incredible. And you're like one-stop shopping. I mean, you have teams of people that help write the book and get the book published, because a lot of times
we do it all: editing, cover design, ghostwriting, global distribution, bestseller campaigns, even getting them on the news and getting them on the stages for speaking and interviews. Yeah,
because really without a book, I mean, that's almost the gateway to all cool things that you might want to do with your life.
Yeah, and everywhere you travel to speak to promote the book, I'm not an attorney or a tax professional, but it's a write-off, right? And so you're out there doing book signings at cool places all over the world. You're being interviewed, and people are bringing you free food. It's great.
I like that, especially the free food part. Yeah. So how can folks start to work with you? How do they get in touch with you? And what are the first steps?
Oh, sure. We don't publish everybody, but if you do have a submission.
Yeah, so it's just an idea. You don't have to have anything on paper right away. You can just come with the idea.
If you have a napkin idea, or if you've been writing for a while, come talk to us about your idea. We've probably published something in that genre, and we probably have a bestseller in that genre we can consult with you on.
This has been so interesting. Thank you so much for joining us on Bloom today.
Well, thanks. I look forward to coming back.
Yeah, I would love that.